Hey guys, welcome back to FS Vape Reviews, and today we've got a box mod for you, and it is going to be the IPV3 Li.
Yeah, we said in a few of our other videos that we're going to get to it, so we're finally getting to it now, so I hope you guys enjoy this video.
Alright guys, so once again, this is the IPV3 Li itself right here. You got the touch sensor at the top there, and alright guys, so the basics of this mod are it's a box mod, takes two 18650 batteries, accessible through the back panel that just slides off. It also has a micro USB charger on the bottom there, and this mod comes out of the box up to 165 watts, and a firmware update is available to make it a 200 watt mod.
Alright, so like Shane said, this is a temperature control mod. In wattage mode, it can vape anywhere from 10 watts up to 165 watts out of the box, and you can upgrade up to 200 with a firmware update doing it through your computer. You can vape down to a 0.1 ohm doing it in wattage mode. In temperature control mode, you can vape between 5 joules and 50 joules, anywhere between 212 degrees Fahrenheit and 572 degrees Fahrenheit. You can also build down to a 0.05 ohm, which is really nice for a box mod.
Alright guys, so we're going to take a few vapes off of this real quick, show you guys how it generally performs. Right now we're running it at 115 watts on a 0.25 ohm build. So, like I said earlier, this mod has the touch sensor here at the top, and it basically works the same exact way as the button does. And if you don't want to do this, then you basically do this to fire it, which I don't really get, but it's there if you want it. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna show you guys in comparison the touch sensor and the button. They're both pretty much exactly the same. So here we go. Here's the button. And that's the touch sensor. You saw my hand wasn't on the button at all on the second one. The touch sensor does work well, but I don't really see a point to it. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel it's kind of redundant having the little touch sensor up top. It's not really as comfortable to hold. That's because I'm used to holding most box mods. You know, press the button on the side. But yeah, like we said, we're gonna take it in close. We're gonna show you around the mod, and then we'll take a few more vapes after that and give you our final thoughts.
Alright guys, so here we are up close with the IPV3 Li, and as you can see, it's a nice mod. It's got, I think it's mainly made out of just aluminum, and we got nice clicky button right here. These ones are like BB buttons. Right now I've got my plume veil on top of it, and here you see the touch sensor. Yeah, the mods. When it's locked like that, it doesn't go off. You have to press the button and then press the touch sensor to fire it. So that just shows another example of why the touch sensor on top is pretty redundant. But as you can see, back panel slides off just like that. You got the two 18650s inside, and just slide it back in. Sometimes that can be a pain in the ass to get off, but venting holes on the bottom, and there's your micro USB charger. Like we said, you can update this through firmware by plugging it into your computer by the micro USB, and got that little starry design right there with the Pioneer for You logo. To do the menu, you just do 5 clicks, and then you got system on, power, exit, and then system on again. And then for this, you can just scroll over to joule mode and power mode, and you can go from Celsius to Fahrenheit temperature. Right now it's in joules, and switch it back to wattage. 5 joule power. Alright guys, so as you can tell, it's a pretty simple mod. Here in a minute we're going to take it back to Forrest and I and take a few vapes on it on a few different wattages and tell you guys how we feel about it, and then that'll conclude this video. Alright guys, so we're back, and I forgot to mention something up close with you guys. The way to switch the wattage on this is different than a lot of mods. First you have to bottom click down and then go up in order to take the wattage up. When you take it down, you just bottom click down and then keep going down. But we're going to show you guys how this vapes on a few different amounts of wattage, and right now we're about to start it on 70 watts. Keep in mind we're at a 0.24 now, it says. So we're going to start it on 70 watts, and here we go.
Still some decent clouds off that lower wattage. Go ahead and bump it back up to about 100 watts. And this does go up by, when you do your single clicks, it does go up by 0.1 increments. If you hold it down, it goes up a little bit and then just zooms up as fast as it can. And then above 100, you go up per wattage. There's no 0.1, there's no point increments in that at all.
There, let's go ahead and re-drip this real quick.
Alright, so I got this at 100 watts. We're going to go ahead and vape this real fast.
So that's a big difference. It's just a 30 watt difference, but the clouds just become a lot bigger. I think it has a lot to do with this build, but we're just going to show you guys how this performs. So here we go. As you can tell, I took a shorter hit, and I was able to get a lot more clouds than it was on 70. So next we're going to bump it up to 120, and I think that's as high as we're going to go with this build, since it is a 0.25 build. So here it is on 120. And for that, I can't tell much of a difference between that and 100. But yeah, it's getting dry.
It definitely heats up a lot more.
So
about that 100 mark.
So we're gonna re-drip this real fast. Alright, so once again on 120. This mod does feel really nice in the hand. It's not too heavy, not too light.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot bigger. I'm used to vaping off of a Smoke M80. Shane has the Snow, so it is a little wider than we got. But definitely is still a comfortable mod. I wish they kind of like round out the edges a little bit more.
Yeah.
If you're gripping it hard, it does you can kind of feel it pinching. I really like it. It's definitely they've definitely done a lot more than with the regular IPV3. It was a pain to freaking have to unscrew the back to put new batteries in, where you can just now swipe it out. My really big complaint with like the back is sometimes you have the little the battery pull. That'll sometimes get stuck in here, and you also have to start the door all the way down at the bottom. Unlike some other mods where they kind of just magnet in,
like just click into place. Yeah.
This one you had to slide up, and then it's not real smooth until you get in there perfectly.
I guess you don't really have to take the door off, but because it does have the micro USB, but I'm sure that's a lot slower, and I would never charge my batteries that way. Another complaint I have with this, and this is a huge one, the battery life on this, the bar will read it down to about 2/3 of the way empty, and it'll just say check battery. and it's obviously not even empty at all because I'll put the batteries in another mod, and the extra 1/3 of battery life left in this, I'll be able to vape out of another mod. So I'm not sure if that's just this one or if anyone else has that problem, but it's definitely something huge for me. But another thing I forgot to mention is you can turn the touch sensor off, and what you do for that is you just hold down these buttons and it'll say touch on, touch off. Right now I turned it back on, but those are just my complaints about the mod. So Forrest, what would you rate this mod overall?
Overall, I'd probably rate it around a 7-8. It's still a really good mod. You can find a really good deal on them. We found this online for like $65 with a coupon code. I'm not sure. I don't completely remember where we got it from, but you can definitely get a great deal on it. Definitely for a mod that goes up to that 200 watt range after that update. But there's definitely a lot better mods on the market. Even spending $20 more, you can get a Snow Wolf, and that mod's just solid. And we really enjoyed that mod.
Yeah, the Snow Wolf is a lot better than this one in my opinion. For $60, this is pretty good. For $60 on this, I'd rate this mod a 10. But for the normal price point, which is normally like $130, $140 is what shops have been selling it for around here, it's just absolutely not worth it to me, especially with the slight problems we've been having with it and everything else, and the fact that you can get something better for cheaper.
Yeah, even like the Snow Wolf, we have CJ Vapors. They have the limited editions gold Snow Wolf with the blue and the champagne fronts. Those are only $110 for the limited edition ones. And that's, like I said, that's a lot better mod, at least in our opinion.
Yeah, I haven't really had any problems with the Snow Wolf, whereas with this one I've had a few.
But I do like how, like I said, I do like how it's definitely changed from the IPV3 with the removable batteries. The touch sensor is definitely a nice thing going forward. I probably would not add the fire button and a touch sensor at the same time because it's just really redundant.
Yeah, I mean, the touch sensor isn't something I would just use because you have to, in order to turn it on, you have to click the button to turn on the screen anyways before you can even use it. So either way, I'd rather be clicking the button because it feels more comfortable first off. But anyways, the build quality of this mod, I feel like they did a lot better with the IPv4 because it just slides off and you can see the 18650s. Obviously that's a newer mod, they've improved it in some ways. Just the build quality on this one, it's just like basically just pieces of metal, and it's kind of sharp around the edges. I mean, it looks nice, but I've seen a lot better. So that's just my general thoughts on this. You got anything else?
No, I've basically said everything about it. The sharp edges definitely, when you're holding it and you're using it all day, might cause an issue. But I mean, definitely for the price point, $60. If you can find a great deal for it online, I'd definitely grab one. Definitely if you're a mod collector.
That basically concludes this review. So we hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.